America's appetite to know all it can about the private life of Elvis Presley is evident by Priscilla Presley's book, Elvis and Me.
The hardback edition of Her Life with Elvis sold almost 1 million copies. It was #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. In it, she talks about the darker side of Elvis, the drugs, the power, the obsessions of the king of rock and roll. Well, if you're dying to hear all about it, but you didn't want to fork over the cost of the hardback book, you're in luck.
2 million copies of the paperback version have just been released, and Priscilla Presley joins us live now from Hollywood to talk about it. Welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you.
Lynn has just said that you're prettier now than ever before.
Thank you very much.
When you see the old pictures that you put in the book and of the wedding, of the big hairdos that Elvis liked and the dramatic makeup, what do you think when you see those pictures today?
Believe me, it took a lot to have them in the book. When I went back and I started rounding up all these pictures, I thought, oh my God, do I have to do this? If I could have torn them and got rid of them, but it's history, and I figured, well, I might as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And what did you think about it at the time?
At the time, it didn't seem so bad, actually. I thought, gee, this is the style, and he likes it, and it's different, and why not?
I think you wrote that he coached you on your hairstyle and your makeup and all those other things.
That's right, he did.
What were some of his ideas in those directions?
Well, already it was he's always liked a lot of makeup, and at that time in the 60s, especially 63, 64, heavy makeup was very much the thing. And the teased hair was very much, so that was right along his style. I mean, he really liked that. And I don't know, I wish I could put it behind him.
You said that you got tired, though, of him always criticizing your shortcomings. What did he think were some of your shortcomings? Well,
I don't know if they were my shortcomings or his shortcomings. I don't know, he just, it's like a doting father, you know. You have to sit up straight all the time, you know. You have to. He always felt that. In fact, today I wore a high collar, but not purposely. He felt my neck was too long, that I should always cover my neck up, and that was definitely a shortcoming. So I became quite insecure with myself at that time. I don't think he was doing it intentionally to hurt me, but that basically was his problem. I mean, he felt he had his, you know, that his neck was too long, and that he always covered him up and wore high collars to, you know, pretty well cover that. So that's what I mean when I said I don't know if they were mine really or his. At that time, I took it very seriously.
Priscilla, how old were you when you went to live with Elvis?
I was 16 when I first visited him. We decided I would stay.
And how did your parents handle that?
They didn't handle it very well. As far as they were concerned, that was something that they were going to stop immediately, and it was 2 years, actually, of begging them. You know, many people think that it was just a decision, and he sent for me, my parents let me go. But in actuality, it was 2 long years of begging and rebelling and becoming very defiant to get them to finally make the decision. They realized that it was something that they couldn't fight, and it hurt them very badly. It wasn't an easy decision.
Why, after all this time, did you finally decide to go public and write the book?
Because so many other books had been written, so many, how can I say, there'd been so many versions of what Elvis was like and misconceptions that I honestly felt it was my responsibility to come out and say something and stand up for him. The book was not easy for me. It's not something that I wanted to do because it's my personal life too, and I'm also very private, so having things written about myself was not easy. But I had to come
Priscilla,
to his defense.
We need to interrupt very quickly for about a 10-second answer. Will Jenna Wade be back on Dallas?
Oh, yes, she's back. Yes.
Okay.
And it's a good year, and don't miss it.
Oh, we won't. Not on our network, but we'll tape it and watch it. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you
Good luck
very
with the
much.
paperback.
Priscilla Presley and Elvis and Me.
At his Memphis mansion this weekend, as they have each year.